No time. No time. Everybody inside, let's go. Let's go, hurry, hurry, hurry.
Let's go, sense of urgency, come on! Let's go! Follow the flight pad! Get inside, get in the classroom, follow the flight pad! Follow the flight pad! What is my rank? What is my rank? Rank name! Rank name! You agree with rank and name! Agree with the rank and the name! Let's go! Let's go! Get in the classroom!
Into the class yourselves without a wingman! All alone!
Where's your wingman, next month?
Where's the rest of your flight? Why are you alone? Why are we alone? The door is right there. Get inside the classroom. Hurry up! Hurry up!
Morgan, what's happening here?
We are yelling at GMC to get them ready for field training.
You're yelling at them?
My name's Brian Nelson. I've been doing ROTC for 2 years now.
My name is Aiden Gatenby. I'm a sophomore, and I've been in the program for almost 2 years.
My name is Theodore Shing. I'm a freshman here at the University of Wisconsin, and I'm majoring in history and psychology.
All right, I am Morgan Treadway. I go to UW-Madison. I am studying international studies with a focus in global security, and then I have a minor in French.
What was today for you? Was it fun? Was it like, just give a kind of rundown?
So today was what we call an FTP training session.
One of the biggest milestones in your ROTC career.
It's like a mini basic is what we call it. So we were getting them prepared for that. And my role was to act as the CTA. And I basically correct them on if they're marching wrong, if they say some verbiage wrong, if they are, you know, if they're doing something good, then you say, yeah, that was awesome, like keep going kind of thing. And to help them progress towards a level where they can really excel at field training and get good scores, because the ranking you get at field training helps you get your career in the future. So you want a really good ranking there.
I enjoy it. In the moment, it's intense. In the moment, you've got to be really locked on and almost just zoned in, completely bought into what you're doing in the moment and all the other training and tidbits that you learn over the years.
It was definitely intense. I did this last year as well, so this usually happens every year. So it wasn't anything unfamiliar, but it's still, you know, a little bit of a shock to the system.
I love to come to as many training events and preparation events as possible because more experience under my belt means that I can be better prepared for the future. And I like to see 200s and people with more experience perform in roles of leadership so that I know what to model and I know what to follow.
But then at the end of the day, when we're finished, I always feel good about myself, whether that be because I got up and have been working since 8 o'clock being productive, or whether it's just because I enjoy it. I'm not really sure, but it's always a good feeling afterwards.
What experiences has ROTC given you personally?
So I got the privilege of being chosen to go to the academy this summer. It's about 3 weeks of my summer, and I get to go fly gliders, and I get to go hopefully solo, maybe get my license, although usually there's not enough time to get your license. But so I'll be going to the academy 3 weeks, and then flying gliders, which is, if you don't know what a glider is, it's a plane without an engine. So a plane with an engine tows you up into the air, and then they let go of you through this cable that's let go, and then you just get to glide around, and then you land in a field eventually.
There was a scholarship that I was offered for a flight school, so I can go down to the airport down in Madison, and I can do some flight training, which is a really cool program that they offer through the Air Force.
I love spending my time here at the detachment with fellow cadets who have now become my friends. It's just a great time. I come into Lead Lab, I come into PT, and I'm ready for the day.
It's Ariana Zins, Katie Hickman, and Mason Lumen, who are also in the same grade as me in ROTC. I met them my freshman year, and we have been inseparable ever since because we all just love each other so much.
The people are just so great here. It's it forms such a deep connection to be going through the same stuff together, to share these stories. And it's truly, truly meaningful.
If I'm being honest, when I was like 8 or 9, I saw a jet for the first time. I was like, okay, that's awesome. And so I guess since then I've kind of always wanted to look into it. But as I was looking into applying for colleges and stuff, I thought about the academy, I thought about straight up enlisting, but I wasn't sure if I would like that. And being in ROTC gives me that military life experience, and it also lets me be a college student. It lets me branch out, and ultimately I have that freedom to choose whether I want to stay in the program or leave. And I think that's why I kind of geared towards ROTC, is it gives me that opportunity without locking me down forever.
It is going to be so foreign, at least it was for me. If you have no experience with the military prior to this, it is going to be, everything's going to be new. You know, the standardizations, the constant emails, everything is new and strange, and it takes a little bit to get used to it, but it's well worth it.
I'd say it's a journey. If you're, depending on what you want to get out of the program, you can either get in to try it and see what you love about it, what you hate about it. Maybe it's not for you, it's not for everybody. It's a hard road to take, but for those who really want to go down this path, it is a journey. It'll transform you and the way you view the world.
I have zero military experience. My family are immigrants from a different country, so I'm completely new to everything. And I would say when I first started, it was pretty overwhelming. There was a lot of stuff going on, but you know, like everyone else said, the people here are fantastic. They help me really accustom and attune to, you know, the traditions, everything that goes on. And I would say about a week or 2 in, I didn't feel uncomfortable anymore.
And the people here are amazing. I mean, as much as I've mentioned that I'm a fan of the program and a fan of the things that we do here, if it wasn't for the great people around me, there's no way I'd still be here. So it's really fun to just come here and spend time with them.
Into the sun, here they come, soon to meet our thunder. Adam down, give 'em the gun, hey, down we die, spouting our flames from under, off with one hell of a roar. We live in fame, or go down in flames, hey, nothing will stop the U.S. Air Force. All right, go to bed, good night, we're all done.